Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com on Wednesday, April 26, 2017, the final episode of anything ever streamed live from the studio. We are here inside the FingerLakes1.com studio in Seneca Falls with Jim Sinicropi, Josh Durso, and Jessamy Uticone. And this is it.
Yeah.
The last show in the studio before we move tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it too much, but here it is. We started with just audio podcasts about 8 years ago.
It's been a long time.
And
wow.
We streamed over 2,000 episodes. I think it was more. I had trouble counting it all. We were on live stream before we started using YouTube. We did the audio-only streams for a while.
Yeah.
And but easily over 2,000 episodes, and this is it. After this, we shuttle this place down and move it across town to the North Park building, the third floor of the Academy Square, as it's more well known here in Seneca Falls, and our entire offices are moving, not just the studio, and then we'll rebuild the studio, and hopefully about 1 week of going dark for Finger Lakes 1 TV, and then we'll be back, and everything will be new, and it'll be a different look in there. It's going to be versatile. You got a similar look in this studio, pretty much all the time. It's kind of dark, you know what I mean? But the new studio is going to be probably a little brighter. I don't know. It's tough to tell until we get in there, but it's going to be bigger and it's going to be more dedicated to having us do different types of things, whether it's video or podcasts but this is it. I mean, what was, remember the Sauce Pod?
I remember the Sauce Pod very well, being a member.
Like 150 episodes of the Sauce Pod, I think, which if you get a chance to go back and look at them, that was a good show, I think.
Jess, have you never listened to the Sauce Pod?
No, what was it?
It was a variety show, I guess. It was a podcast. It was irreverent.
Yeah.
I fell down
Reverent's a great word for it.
I fell down that rabbit hole one weekend, and it took me an entire weekend to get out of it.
To stop watching Sauce Pods?
Yeah, it was just...
Really?
Yeah.
We did almost 200 episodes, didn't we?
160 something, maybe?
Yeah, it was like 160 something, I think, because that was the last number I saw.
Josh watched every moment.
Taco eating contest, the Dandy Aaron D. Four Loco challenge.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I like the sounds of this.
Yeah, it was...
You won't like the sound of that one.
Taco eating challenge.
And,
good.
and then, just a lot of general conversational topics. And then, I think about Chris Marquardt's 31st Lap podcast, which started before the Sauce Pod. Mm-hmm. That was one of the first. The Sauce Pod and the 31st Lap were two of the very first ones, but the 31st Lap is still going on now. They're at like episode 270 something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what Chris has done with the Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast, a lot of people think, Demolition Derby podcast. Well, there's a big world out there of people who like Demolition Derby, and they got the only podcast, and easily the most popular show that we do out of here.
Yeah.
And all the dignitaries, local dignitaries, politicians, high school students that we've had up here in the studio over the past 8 years, it's been pretty significant. We had the 4 state Senate 54th district candidates up here. And was it 2 nights before the election, or
2 nights? Yeah, 1 week, 1 full week.
1 full week before the election for a debate here in the studio. So a lot's happened up here, and we've really grown a lot up here, but we've outgrown it. Now we're out.
Yep.
This is it. So this is it. When we sign off tonight, that's
the end of the line.
Yeah.
For a week.
Into the new.
Well, it's bittersweet. And I just want to say thank you, because when you asked me, I think it's been 2 years now, to do this show, I was shaking in my boots and wanted to say no, but I knew it'd be an opportunity for me to kind of step outside my comfort zone, and it's been so great, and I look forward to coming here and seeing you guys every week. So thank you. So it's bittersweet to kind of leave the studio, because this is kind of where it began, but I'm looking forward to the new space. So, like all things, change is inevitable, but it's a good change for the good. I mean, really, wait till you guys see. Well, you guys have seen it. Jess hasn't seen it yet, and our viewers haven't seen it, but
big upgrade.
Yeah, wait till you see. It might take us a few weeks to get our kinks worked out and everything, but ultimately it's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
well, I can't wait. How is the weather looking for moving?
Well, tomorrow's going to be hot. Thursday here in the Finger Lakes is going to be a hot one.
Oh boy.
They're saying maybe up into 85 maybe for a high tomorrow. Today's a great day too on Wednesday, but this weekend, Friday's going to be a banner day, Chamber of Commerce type day, partly sunny, high near 70. Overnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 50. And then Saturday, Another pretty good day, a high around in the mid to upper 60s, but a 40% chance of showers, but it will not be a washout. And then Sunday, a high near 70, mostly cloudy, a little bit 40% chance of showers that day too. So neither day will be a washout, but I bet you neither day will be completely dry.
Yeah.
But you should be able to get out there and get your yards in order and hit the golf course and all that good stuff. The temperatures are going to cooperate. And then Monday, it looks like rain might be moving in again, but hopefully not, man. We're just getting past this period of,
I know,
extreme long wet spring, and it's finally just about dried up now. And and they're calling for maybe more rain next week, but that's too far in advance. So let's just enjoy the good weather for the rest of this week and the weekend, hopefully.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
Amen.
Better get out and mow the lawn before it rains again.
Mow the lawn.
Get out and do it.
All right. Well, what's going on in the news, Josh?
So, got some interesting stuff going on. Rushville residents learned this week about the nuts and bolts of dissolution. They're fast approaching their referendum vote on dissolution, which will happen on June 27th. If they vote to approve it, they will be, I believe, the fourth village to dissolve. And really, in Ontario County, they're pushing. There's an organization in Ontario County that's really pushing to try and get all of the villages to dissolve.
So name the villages that are dissolved in the Finger Lake. Seneca Falls was number one.
Seneca Falls,
for the leader.
Macedon, Lyons, and then you would have Rushville
now, right.
Some others like Brockport has been trying to the last couple of years near Rochester. So it's one of those things. The governor has been pushing this consolidation.
Yeah.
And it's really gotten a lot of elected officials thinking about how they can possibly save a couple bucks in the short term.
It makes a lot of sense. Government inherently inefficient. Eliminate layers of government. Even more efficiency, less cost to the taxpayer. But the problem is that people who live in these communities they have a little loyalty or affinity for the way things always have been.
Oh, yeah.
And these villages were incorporated hundreds of years, 200 years ago.
Yep.
And you lose a little bit of your identity. Although here in Seneca Falls, I would say that I don't think that we've lost any of our identity because of that.
Right.
And that was the big concern here was...
Opponents, though, will say that Seneca Falls is a prime example of government always perpetually growing. The budget is always continuing to grow.
Regardless
in a few
of
years,
Right.
Taxes will surpass what they were in the village originally. So there's a short-term versus long-term issue there to look at. But regardless, it does save people money in the short term. 2 Geneva High School math teachers passed away over the weekend. Not a lot of details out on that right now. Kind of sounds like some long-term illnesses or something to that effect.
Not related, just kind of a coincidence.
Total coincidence. And I'm assuming that at some point we're going to get some more information on that. But be sure to check out fingerlakes1.com for that. And last weekend I was down in Watkins Glen State Park and was really disappointed with how slow the park was to get ready and to actually be open and ready to roll for people. We were at Cayuga Falls a couple weeks ago, and it was like it was the end of spring, early summer. Watkins Glen,
not so much.
Like it's March.
Oh, no.
A lot of the trails are still shut down.
Wow.
Looks like they
because
haven't
of
even
that
had
gorge,
employees.
it's probably harder to get in there with the raging rapids and everything. It's because of the heavy rains.
But it was even the upper trails, like the rim trails and things like that. They just it didn't seem as well taken care of as.
You think it's a staffing or a budget issue?
Personally, I'm thinking it's one of those two. Yeah.
Are you putting someone on notice?
I'm putting them on notice.
Wow.
I mean, people. That park was crawling with people.
Yeah.
Tuganic
was.
Both were.
Oh, really?
Both. Yeah, Watkins Glen was packed last weekend, and there wasn't really any, there wasn't any warning. Like Titanic at least had some signs at the entrances to the park, letting people know that some parts of it weren't open. Mm-hmm. But down there, it was, you get there, you think everything is golden, good to go.
Not the case.
Not the case at all.
Oh, no.
Disappointment.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
He looks disappointed.
So there's that. Lots of other good news at fingerlakes1.com.
And just because we're moving the offices, the news doesn't stop rolling.
No.
We'll be updating regular.
God,
We've made accommodations and preparations to be able to continue to deliver the news, even though all our equipment and everything is going to be in flux over the next couple days. You won't notice it by looking at Finger Lakes.
The news is a mobile operation. We can do the news anywhere, anytime.
Yep.
Good thing, because it doesn't stop.
It doesn't
Even
ever stop.
even Japan, if we had to.
Yeah.
Yep, we could. As long as we have Wi-Fi.
And as long as there's
give us an internet connection.
yeah, in the middle of a Godzilla attack, we could still.
I don't know that I would be wanting to cover that breaking news story.
Yeah, you would.
I don't think so.
You like that.
You would.
Godzilla is not my thing. Giant dragons
It's news, Josh.
out to kill people, not my thing.
Well, Godzilla wasn't always out to kill people. In a lot of those films, he was a good
He was
monster.
the good, against King Kong. But
Sure.
come on,
Save people from Mothra.
yeah, but I don't
Or
I don't
that
trust
giant
any of
robot
I don't trust any of those
from
characters.
space.
You guys are so right.
Trust any
Well,
of
they're
them.
unreasonable.
How can you trust any of them?
Well, yeah, it's not a matter of trust. They're just unpredictable because they're monsters.
They're monsters.
I mean-
They have monstrous ideas and agendas of their own, Josh.
And Godzilla doesn't he just kind of like crawl out of the water?
He comes from the water, yeah.
I mean,
He awakens.
Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, head in the sky, Godzilla.
oh wow, the theme song. Okay.
That's from the 70s cartoon, the late 70s, early 80s
And
cartoon.
Gadzuki.
Yeah,
There you
Gadzuki.
go.
And Gadzuki.
Oh my goodness. We need like random moments, bloopers, because the things that we end up talking about
That
are
one's
so
in
random. All right. Well, what's going on this weekend in the Finger Lakes for events?
There's
Got to be some good stuff.
it's a big weekend, and
Good.
if you want to start it early, you can start it as early as Thursday,
Ooh.
as people will do, because it's the 2017 Taste of Spring,
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
which is upon us.
Which is a phenomenal event if you like food and
Yeah.
drinking. If you like
It's-
food and drink, it's phenomenal.
Food, wine, craft beer, and this is local stuff here we're talking about, and that is Thursday.
Tomorrow
This
night.
Thursday, yeah, tomorrow night, 5:30 to 8. Location being the Holiday Inn in Waterloo, Seneca Falls. There's 30 vendors there, over 30 vendors.
Two or
as
three of
many
those
as
Wow.
39.
They fill up 2 or 3 of those conference rooms, and you just walk from station to station, sampling
Yum.
different foods from different local restaurants, or like Cayuga Lake Creamery. All
Tons.
types of different food.
Not only that, there's raffles,
Yep.
silent auctions, there's door prizes, and non-alcoholic stuff. You don't have to be into wine and beer to go and check out all the different vendors, because it's not just.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
It's everything.
and their tickets are, if you buy them, well, you can get them as. No, you can't get them at that price anymore. $35 at the door is the best you can do.
Yeah, they're still available at the
They're
door.
available, and I think you could buy them online too.
You can.
But the price is $35.
But since it's just tomorrow, if you happen to be watching this at 5 o'clock tomorrow, you can get in the car and go
yeah,
and buy a ticket at
totally
the door.
open. You can get them at the door. They're not going to turn anyone away.
And remember, $35. You don't have to eat dinner that night. Believe me, you'll be all set.
Just sample yourself till
Sample yourself
I want
silly.
to go.
sample yourself silly.
Sounds yummy.
You should go. You can go.
I might.
If you hear this tomorrow at 5 o'clock, you can just get in your car and go, Jeff. You can do it. And obviously, that's all the benefits go to the United Way and causes that they support.
Okay.
Seneca County United Way,
Wonderful.
that is. Okay. Friday night at Del Lago, as there usually is, there's a concert going on, and this one's Colt Ford. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Colt Ford's particular brand of hip-hopified country,
yeah.
whatever it is.
Oh.
Hybrid.
Yeah, and there's seats
Yeah.
available if you want to go. If that's your thing, go. If
I
it's
don't
not your
know.
thing, don't go.
No.
But that's at 8 o'clock on Friday. Like I said, there are still tickets available.
I was surprised there's still tickets available for something like that.
You know, it's the back section with the biggest section of seats. There's like
Oh.
30
like the
or
higher
40
end
in each.
pricing.
The stuff up front is all sold out.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
The dedicated fans have
those
already
are the
gotten their
big
tickets.
Colt Ford fans.
Aw.
The Fordians, he calls.
The Fordians.
Let's see what's going on. Saturday at the Finger Lakes Mall again is their Family Fun Day. It's the 4th one they've done this year. They do one every month, and they always have the Paw Patrol there. So if you got the kitties, you bring them out to meet the Paw Patrol. Marshall, Chase, Sky, those little dogs.
Yeah, I know
Love
them
the
all.
Paw
I know
Patrol.
the theme song.
I always wanted to meet Godzuki, but I can't. They never had
the
Godzuki there. There's a bounce house and all that stuff, and that's
Fun.
Saturday from 2 to 4 at
Okay.
the Finger Lakes Mall. It's free and open to the public, so that's another cool
Oh,
thing
that's
there.
cool. Good.
Good stuff.
And
great.
another big one this weekend is one of the coolest races that we have around here. And there's a lot of them. This is the Seneca 7 we're talking about.
Seneca 7
yes.
weekend, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. In a long race. 77.7 miles.
Yeah.
You know, this is a big...
Wild.
7-man teams, so it's a relay, so you're not running 77.7 yourself.
No.
But they have 2,275 runners signed up, I think.
cool.
The sign-ups closed 45 minutes after they opened last fall or last...
Yeah, that was like...
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
They were ready, and then they were up and down.
And they
Done.
start in Geneva, run around Seneca Lake, and end in Geneva. So they start at 7 a.m. and end at 4 or 5 p.m. The
And
first
some
ones
people
come
bike. Some people
Yeah,
there are
you can
different
bike
teams.
it.
It's cool because it's teams, and the teams
And then
do
they have a
cool
huge
stuff.
they have a
Yes.
huge thing after the race in the park, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great event.
People go out. They get dressed up, themes, and race.
in. Yeah. We posted just earlier this morning a full guide to the Seneca 7 if you're going, if you're
good.
running in it or if you're a spectator.
Yeah.
All the links you'll need, and there's lots of links there to follow it live because social media really explodes with images and videos on race day, so you can follow along that way. And then we usually Sunday night post a huge mashup of our favorite tweets from the Seneca 7, stuff like
cool.
And
that.
everybody knows somebody that's in that race.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of teams, and
Yep.
everybody knows somebody.
It's become a phenomenon, and so if you're anywhere around Seneca Lake, Watkins Glen, Geneva, Sampson State Park, wherever, this on Sunday, and you see thousands of people running, that's what it is.
What it is.
How many years has
Drive
that been going
safe.
on? Do you know?
2011 was the first
That
year.
was the first one. Yeah.
2011. Okay.
Well, that's that, and there are more events obviously at our calendar at FingerLakes1.com, which
Lots
will
of
be
them.
up and running regardless of our move.
Yeah.
Events are happening no
Events
matter
are
what.
happening and being logged
The show
as long as
does go
Josh
on.
gets email.
Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, well, what's going on in sports, Jim?
Sports, it's NFL draft week. It kicks off Thursday. First round on Thursday, 8 o'clock.
already?
Second and third round on Friday at 7 o'clock. And the final four rounds Saturday at noon. Some people sit down and watch it
I
all.
know.
That's
I
not
was
for
just
me.
thinking that.
The Bills pick 10th in the first round. Then they don't pick again until 44th, which will be in the second round. Then they have the 75th, 156th, 163rd, 171, and 195th pick.
How exciting.
But that 10th pick, the question is, are they going to get a cornerback? Are they going to get a wide receiver? You'll have to watch. So I if anything, I will watch the first round of the draft, pretty much all of it on Thursday night. But I'll definitely tune in and see how the Bills do.
Yeah.
But ESPN and NFL Network both covering that live,
Oh,
which is
wow.
kind of weird.
They've turned that into quite a circus.
Yeah, they have. Syracuse plays North Carolina Friday at 6 in the first round of the ACC tournament in Durham, North Carolina. There's only 4 teams in the ACC that are in this tournament because there's only 5 that play lacrosse in the whole league, I think.
Only 5 lacrosse schools.
So the championship game will be Sunday at noon, and both those games will be on ESPNU. Cornell will close out their unsuccessful season. They're 4-8 heading into the season finale at Sholkoff Field in Ithaca. 3 o'clock Saturday against Princeton. So they're not going to any postseason. It's over. Ivy League doesn't have a tournament. Hobart's regular season finale will be at Robert Morris in Township, Pennsylvania at 1 o'clock on Saturday. WEOS-FM will have that call on radio. And then they move on the following week to the Northeast Conference Championship. The Yankees host the Baltimore Orioles for 3 games, 7:05 Friday, 1:05 on Saturday and Sunday. And the Nye Mets are at the Washington Nationals for a 3 games, Friday 7:05, Saturday 1:05, Sunday 1:35. And that's all the sports lineup for the weekend, and we'll have all the results on FingerLakes1.com sports page, despite the fact that we'll be moving.
Unbelievable how that we can do that. You neglected to mention that my son's 3rd and 4th grade lacrosse team was beaten 16-8 yesterday by Geneva.
Oh, that one had to smart.
A demoralizing loss.
How will they bounce back?
I
Check
don't
out
know.
Finger Lakes One sports page.
That's cute. Oh.
Yeah, he was
Poor
hurt.
guys.
He was hurt.
Oh, I bet. All right. Well, I think it's that time we take a look at our top local photos this week.
Springtime photos. Here we
Photo
go.
time.
Pick your favorites. Here we go. This yellow orchid was in full bloom at Sonnenberg's Orchid Weekend in this photo by Diane Dersch in Canandaigua.
That's an event I covered.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The Sonnenberg Gardens event. Yep.
Diane was there. Orchids are a sexual flower.
They are. They are. A
Oh,
little bit.
boy.
A little bit.
Low-hanging clouds over Cayuga Lake seen in this photo by Jim Bromka on Friday morning after Thursday night's rain.
Nice one, Jim.
Muddy there by the shore.
Yep.
That's
I
gorgeous,
like that
though.
photo. It almost looks tropical.
It
the
does
middle,
look
yeah.
tropical.
If it was
Like
a
a
little more
Corona
blurry, you
commercial.
might think that's
Yeah.
a beach.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not. It's mud.
Change your latitude.
Muddy water.
Yeah, that's
I hope we don't get sued
beautiful.
because I said that.
Great picture, though. Could be one of the, could be a picture of the week candidate right there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
Could
see.
be.
Hang tight.
The final one in this studio, even.
Aw. All right, here's a shot from Jenna Levita that shows Thursday's thunderstorm rolling over Geneva and
that.
Seneca Lake as seen from Ventosa Vineyard.
I think I like that on Instagram.
That's pretty
Good
sweet.
shot,
I
Jenna.
follow Jenna.
That picture is spectacular.
Jenna makes some good wine.
She sure does.
That is beautiful. That's like a very, very old oak tree right there. Dates back to the Civil War.
Civil
Dang.
War oak tree. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Dropping knowledge about trees.
All right.
Don't quote me on that. No, just kidding. It's pretty cool history. All right, this house finch paused from its nest building project long enough to pose for Rachel Burkholder to snap this picture, then was soon back at work.
Building his nest.
A very
Beautiful.
dignified looking bird.
Sure.
Yeah. He should wash his beak,
He
though.
does have a blemish on his beak there, yeah. It was-
It's a blemish. Oh.
Cool picture.
All right, this pileated woodpecker returned to this stump on Friday, where dinner had been found just a few days earlier in this photo by Robert Schultz.
Those things are outrageous.
That is pretty scary. He looks pretty
That
serious.
bird was just so busy. We got so many pictures of that bird last week.
Yeah.
At the
Really?
end of the week.
Oh, really?
I think like 3 or 4.
You know who is not very popular anymore, losing popularity, is Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, that guy.
Wow,
Yeah.
Woody
I wouldn't be
Woodpecker.
surprised if a lot of youngsters don't even know who Woody Woodpecker is.
Oh,
Probably
no,
a
I'm
few.
sure.
His laugh was grating, and it finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
a bit of a jerk.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's a pest.
He looks like a jerk too. Look at him. Look at that guy.
Those
Yeah.
things are loud, number one,
Yeah.
and they're destructive.
Very. It looks
But-
like serious business.
That's nature for you.
Yep.
Destructive.
They're cool looking, that's for sure. They smash their heads against trees like that over and over and over.
Yes,
on.
they do.
Carry on.
All right. Sunday in Mendon Ponds Park, Mike Sargent noticed
Pretty
these
picture.
geometric shapes created by the vegetation and reflections.
I like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Something different, yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's a rare non-bird photo from Mike Sargent.
I know. Nice shot.
I shouldn't say rare. I'd say one of every 6 of Mike's photos are not of a bird.
Yep.
Okay.
A perfect reflection on Cayuga Lake in this shot
Good
in
stuff.
King Ferry by Rhonda Fessenden on Sunday. I hope I'm saying her last name
I think you
right.
did. That's a nice photo. Again, on our site, you'll
Beautiful.
see the full length
Yeah.
of it because this is one that's taller than it is
Great shot.
wide, but that's pretty cool. Makes me feel like going swimming.
It is beautiful. All right, from Karen Bartow, these daffodils made for a nice spring.
that is not a
spring.
There we go.
That is a daffodil.
There it is. Made for a nice spring scene in Fayette on Tuesday afternoon.
Huh.
That's pretty.
Daffodils are out in full
Spring
force.
daffodils. Yeah.
Old daffodils.
It looks like an old grist mill back there.
All right, it's been a wet spring so far, and after another round of heavy rain late last week, Hector Falls was moving faster than usual, as seen in this photo by Joshua Durso.
Joshua.
Joshua.
It's not Joshua.
It's not your real name?
That is not my real name. It is Josh. Legal and right.
Aww. Those are beautiful. That's a gorgeous shot.
Yeah.
Did you take that with your phone?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Nice job, Joshua.
Impressive. All right, finally, a couple by Rachel Burkholder from Cayuga Falls on Sunday afternoon. While not the main attraction, Rachel says she always enjoys the spiral falls near the old railroad bridge above Cayuga Falls as seen from the Rim Trail.
Cool.
It was roaring on Sunday with all the recent rains we've had.
It's my favorite spot at Titanic.
I've taken that
By
photo
far.
myself. I was going to say I like it there.
Beautiful. All right, the main falls at Cayuga was beautiful with lots of water and the trees that were alive with spring colors.
Look at that thing go. Another one by Rachel. You get so many from the Falls Overlook, obviously, and everyone's a little different. That's obviously a good one, but really heavy flow there.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
Heavy flow day for the for
Cayuga.
Titanic.
Yes. All right, pick your favorites, guys. I think I know mine.
I'm just going to come right out and say that I like the sunset one.
By Feather?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Rhonda's. That was my favorite. Because I've seen the full version, and I think it's a really nice shot.
I have to go with the Seneca Lake shot. Overlooking during the thunderstorm from the winery.
Oh, yeah, Jenna's shot.
Was the winner in my mind. Anyway.
Do you have a favorite, Jess?
I was going to say the other one that looked tropical, but by Jim Bromka. So.
You know what happens now.
I know, Jim.
Tiebreaker time.
I break the tie, and I decided it's a really tough one because they're really good ones, but the reason, I'll tell you why I like this one, but I'm going with...
it's the final tiebreaker in this studio.
Jenna's.
Yeah. That's a good one. You're right.
I like the fact that the sun's still shining on the vines, but across the lake it's a storm. I mean, it's just that you get some around here in the Finger Lakes, some amazing storm views around the lakes, especially in the summer or in the winter with lake effect. And it's but this kind of exemplifies that how it can be storming on the other side of the lake and obviously sunny on that side.
You can see it just because of the geography.
Yeah.
Also, that really old tree.
Yeah, that's right.
That really old
that
tree.
Put it over the top.
That was the difference maker.
Some historical significance.
Congratulations, Jenna Levita.
Yes, good job, Jenna.
Okay.
I used to work at Ventosa, and we used to watch the storms come, and you just see like the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just move across.
Like
it's so cool. Yeah, it's really pretty. I love seeing like lightning and experiencing that.
It's a perfect spot to do it from Ventosa.
It really is. It's beautiful. So that's it.
Yeah, we've done it. About 2 more minutes left here before, or 2 or 3 more minutes before we sign off for good.
All turn into a pumpkin.
Wow, that'd be unfortunate. We wouldn't be moving much if we turned into pumpkins.
No.
Are you guys going to be packing, or what are you doing next?
I'm going to golf this afternoon. The move's tomorrow, and everything that you see is going to have to go from here to there, and we have movers coming in on Friday, so we're going to move a lot of the smaller stuff ourselves on Thursday, bigger stuff on Friday. Hopefully by end of the day on Friday, be all up and running over there in terms of the web development and the hosting side of the business, and then over the next week get the studio up to par so we can get back on live the following week. But who knows? Maybe even by the end of next week we'll be ready to go. We'll see.
I think we could probably pull it off. People don't see in these shots that there's more in this studio than just a curtain. They think we're just moving that curtain and some
cameras and
There's more than just this chair.
Yeah, well, we'll give you when the new office is all set up, we'll do a Facebook Live tour or something like that.
That'd be great.
I think that's a great idea.
But
that's cool.
But we were at Finger Lakes 1. Started in my basement.
It's pretty cool.
No, actually, Finger Lakes 1 didn't. Seneca Falls Online
did, yes.
And then we were with FlareNet. We partnered with Finger Lakes was born after we partnered up with FlareNet, the old dial-up ISP in Waterloo.
Wow.
And then we moved to the corner of Fall Street in like 2001 or 2 or 3, 2002 maybe.
Yep.
And then we were there with our servers and stuff in Phelps, New York. And then we consolidated our office and our servers here at Cowing Street in Seneca Falls in 2005, I want to say.
Yeah, that's right.
And then here we've been living here happily until tomorrow when we're gone.
We have all the accumulation of 12 plus years here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that needs to be moved.
Yep.
So we're going to do that, and this is it. So take us out for the final time up here in the original FingerLakes1.com studio.
Go,
okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy the show, please click like and share with your friends. Have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes. We'll be back online likely in 2 weeks for another episode of FLX Weekly. Until then, for Jim Sinicropi, Jessamy Uticone, Josh Durso, and everyone who has hosted a show or been a guest in this studio, I'm Jessica Lahr, signing off from this location for the very last time. Wow. We'll see you again soon in the all-new FingerLakes1.com studio. Bye-bye.